understanding time cards for competitor use. Okay, so when we're looking at our time card here, the most important thing I can tell you as a competitor is this note right here, shaded areas for competitor use. If you do write anywhere else outside of those shaded areas, you can and will be penalized. For the sake of this video and the explanations for all of the math, I'm going to be using this hours and minutes time calculator. This is really wonderful to have no matter how good you think you are at math. When you're under stress and overheated or cold or what have you, having a calculator that does that for you is really invaluable. So I'm going to start here at regroup control 2 for our example. So for the regroup, if you look here, it was about a 10-minute regroup. Our actual start is 8:48. Now the wonderful thing about these time cards is that if you follow the arrow, it makes a lot of sense. So you're gonna add your actual start time, follow our arrow over to transit. It's a 15-minute transit. So 8:48 plus your 15 minutes gives you 9:03, but I will show you how easy it is to do on the app. So 8:48 plus 15 minutes gives you your 9:03. That is your arrival time control time. Right here, and as a competitor, you may write that there, and that's the only place you can write that. So you will arrive at your arrival time control at 9:03 because you're a good competitor, you're not late. Your ideal start will always be 3 minutes after that. Your actual start, however, may differ if there's a holdup with the running of the next stage or something, then they'll let you know. Oh, sorry, that should be 9:06 if it's 3 minutes after that. My apologies. And your actual start for this, we'll say we start at 9:11. So actual start is the minute that you start the stage. Finish is the time that you start the stage. So let's say we finish at 9:18 minutes, 32.5 seconds. So the next thing that you can do is you take your finish time minus your actual start time. That will give you your stage time. So that's the next thing that we want to figure out. So in this case, our stage time was 7 minutes, 32.5 seconds. So again, that's taking the 18 minus 11 to give us 7. And then you put your seconds at the end, so 32.5. The reason why we want to figure out stage time first is because we need to know if our stage time was longer than our bogie time. Typically, I see bogie time, also called lateness time. Either term is interchangeable, so bogie or lateness time. Since our stage time was under our bogie time of 11 minutes, we can simply take our actual start of 9:11 plus another 11 minutes to get our start transit time. So that gives us 9:22 as our start transit time. We then follow the arrows and we add 27 minutes to get our arrival time. So 9:22 plus 27 is 9:49. And that is our arrival time for the next stage. As a competitor, if you have an issue with something written on your time card, if there's a discrepancy between you and a control worker, you need to ask that they note it in the log. Every control worker will have a log. There's an ATC, a start, and a finish control log. You'll need to ask them to make note of it in your log. You may or may not ask them to initial or sign your time card, and then you'll need to fill out an inquiry form. These inquiry forms must be filled out and submitted to a steward within 30 minutes of the time the score was posted. After you submit your inquiry, it will be added to the binder and put out with the bulletin board with your scoring inquiry will apply